All right, so Enyimba crashing out on penalties to Remo Stars in the Federation Cup round of 32. Remo Stars are taking on Lobby tomorrow. Can that giant killing run continue? We'll find out. By this time tomorrow, we should be giving you some of those results from the Federation Cup round of 16. But I told you I have a very special guest in the house, and already the messages are coming in, the questions are flying in. But let's meet my very special guest, the Chairman, League Management Company, second Vice President of the Nigerian Football Federation, Malam Shehu Dikko. Malam, thank you for coming on the show. You made it through the traffic. I hope you...
Thank you very much, Tony. You have managed to finally...
arrive here.
Get me here. So.
Yeah. We're happy to have you.
Thank you very much.
We're happy to have you. But let me start off with your estimation of this season so far. The first round is over, and there've been a lot of positive things around the league. People are coming to watch games. But how challenging has this first round been for you as chairman of the league management company?
Well, there's really nothing to say as challenges per se, because from the onset, we know clearly where we are going to. And we have our vision, we have our objectives, and how to move forward. And we have managed to get everybody on the same platform, right from the NFL, the board, the clubs, the fans, and everybody seems to be pulling towards the same direction. So it's a bit easy to get things done that way. And if you look at all the statistics and all the indices that you can use to measure whether we are making progress or not, we have already surpassed almost all our targets. On all aspects of the league, if you look at it, we are on the up. The fans are coming back to the stadium. I must commend them and thank them for that. The clubs are doing well. The results are getting properly. The refereeing has improved. On all aspects of the league, we are getting better. And on all the aspects that are negative to the league, we are getting down. There's no much hooliganism in the system. Virtually nothing like that. The infrastructure is getting on the up. So far so good. I think we are doing very well.
If I may ask you, what particular things, did you start to do at the beginning of this season that is responsible for some of these things? Because we know that efforts have been made down the years, but the kind of results we've had this season, the kind of turnout, deliberate efforts must have gone into the kind of things that we're seeing produce this kind of results this season. So what particular things would you really look at? Maybe training of referees, maybe training of coaches, maybe educating the fans on how to behave. What particular things would you say is responsible for this turnaround that we're seeing?
Well, things don't happen overnight. It is work in progress. We started this quite some time ago, and now we are seeing the result. First and foremost, and what we did is to sort out the rules and regulations. We have one of the best rules and regulations that you can have in Africa, even the world. And the NFF can give them credit for that. We work together to put that rules and regulations available. We managed to get it across to everybody. It's on our website. It's in all our platforms, media platforms. So everybody have access to it. So you know what the competition is all about. You know the do's and the don'ts. That is sorted. We decided to rebrand the venues. All the venues we play our matches now, you see they look the same. Whether it's a live match or away match, it looks the same. That also encourages the players to give their best because they see things are correctly being done. And the refereeing, we can't give enough credit to the NFF for first and foremost the capacity building, taking the referees abroad and get them to have more exposure. By the time they come back to Nigeria, they are now more qualified and more motivated to give their best. And then we come into our strategic development program. We created a lot of incentives and programs to encourage all parties involved in the league to give their best. We created incentives for referees to start with, increase their bonuses, increase their allowances, put them in a hotel directly, pay for their feeding and everything.
Okay, so the clubs don't do that anymore?
They don't do that. So the interface between the clubs and the referees has been minimized. And then for away wins, we pay bonus to the clubs. For away draws, we pay bonus to the clubs. For getting fans to the stadium, we get bonus to the clubs. All that is coming together and getting people to be there. And then the clubs too. We have managed to come together and work as one group. We are pulling in the same direction. They understand our vision. we understand their challenges. We try to work within their challenges to support them to get the best thing for the league. And therefore, this has trickled down to the fans. The fans now understand that we are playing football, we are playing business here, not just football. And so everybody has to behave himself. So the club has translated that to the fans. I was happy to hear during a match, for example, 3AC also, I think, they are constantly announcing to the fans, behave yourself, this is the league match, this is not a war, take it easy.
Don't run onto the pitch.
Don't run to the pitch, don't do that, don't do that. So that has all coming together because I think the LMC is providing the right leadership and the NFF is supporting us with the right support and the right leadership as well in that regard.
Okay, let me begin to read some of the questions that people are throwing at our special guest, the chairman of the League Management Company, Madam Shehu Dikko. Joy Forever 74 says he wants to see more games on TV. How feasible can that be? We have only maybe an average of 1 game, 2 games sometimes per week. Can we have more games on TV on a particular weekend? Is it possible?
Yeah, definitely.
Considering the logistics of Nigeria and everything?
Yeah, well, definitely from the second round of this league, we surely have more games on TV. By tomorrow, I'm having a meeting with our broadcast partners, and we're trying to look at the fixtures and see how we can rearrange the fixtures. I can confirm that we are thinking to do at least 3 to 4 games a week. And we will now have some games on Fridays.
Friday night games. To try with the idea of Friday night games, yeah. I think it was last season.
Yeah, now
so it's coming back.
We're coming back we're going to try it because double headers on Saturdays and then Sundays. So we are looking at that, and we are having a meeting tomorrow to see how we can fine tune that. Because the fans have really showed some faithfulness to the league so far, and we have to create programs and solutions to see that we maintain the fans buying into the league so far. So we are definitely going to put more games on TV and try to avoid clashing most of our star fixtures with the Premier League. Because once the league starts, we have to also work on that.
I mean, that takes me to this question as well. It's like this guy has been reading your mind. Ashimu Mohammed at Ashimom says security needs improvement, but how do we sustain the increasing patronage of our league by fans when the European leagues, when they start?
Well,
is that a challenge for you, really?
Yeah, it's a challenge to all about the leagues in the world. It's not dealing with Nigeria. Why people don't think why the La Liga play at 10 p.m. They try to avoid
some of the big games
in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Why the Italian league play on Sunday mornings, some games, or maybe late in the night? They're trying to avoid the Premier League. Why does the Bundesliga play the games on Fridays? Trying to avoid the Premier League. So it's not really a Nigerian problem. It's a global problem, and we have to work within that to do what we have to do. And that is why we are now looking at the fixtures to see how we can
juggle the fixtures, to accommodate
the timing, to see how we can accommodate that. But I trust the fans. Once they are happy with what we are doing, the football, everybody is happy about it. The results are no more predictable. Everybody is enjoying himself in the games. I'm happy to see 80-year-old grandmother with her kids in the stadium just this weekend. You see university students, boys, men and women, girls, all in the stadium, children. So disabled people going to the stadium because they believe that nothing would happen. They can lose at home
go safely and leave the stadium in one piece.
And that is the message that I've been telling people. There is absolutely no incidents anywhere in our league venue so far to warrant any concern from any party. So we are doing our best, and we are not resting on that. We are trying to work directly with the police, with the IG, to increase more security, to increase more awareness, and to get things done properly.
Tony Adimodi at TA13 wants to know how Shehu Dikko and the LMC will sustain the tempo of the league. We always know, I mean, from experience, that the second round is always a lot more dicey than the first round. Teams are a lot more desperate. The teams that are winning the league are now saying that they can win it. Those that are going down want to avoid the drop, and it becomes a little bit more desperate. Is that going to be an issue? And how do you sustain the successes of this first round when it gets to that crucial part of the season?
Well, I don't think it's going to be an issue because, we have changed the thought process. That's the first thing we did. It's not just getting people to do. The thinking process have changed.
The attitude, the mentality
have changed. People have realized that whether we like it or not, somebody have to be the winner and somebody have to go down.
And that's fair.
And if you go down, you come back later. And once people see it's fair, now we are mid-season. All clubs are busy looking for where to get the best players. Because they know now your only chance of surviving the league or winning the league is to get the best players. Forget about all other issues that they used to do behind the
Extraneous
scenes
issues.
to get the league. That is virtually getting eliminated. So we have to sustain that. And we're not going to rest on ours. We have already set the benchmark. This benchmark that we have had for the first 19 games of the season has now become our minimum benchmark going for that season. We can't go below it. We can only aim to go above that. And luckily, everybody understands that. That is, first and foremost, it's a game. And second, and most important, it's a business. You might go down, you'll still be able to make the right business decision if you run a club properly. So definitely we have to sustain this, and there is no going back about it. Whatever we are doing now to get things work, we have to improve on it. And that's why we have to keep constantly interrogating the process, interrogating ourselves, and make sure we are doing the right things. If the Premier Leagues and the Bundesliga, the Ligas are always improving, despite all their so-called glory,
and opening new frontiers.
So I don't think the little steps I can say we have taken so far will be enough. It's just a step in the right direction because we are getting the right result. So in the right direction, we have to continue going that way.
All right. This man wants to find out. I think this man says he wants to see more entertainment around our games. That are you thinking of some collaboration with Nigerian entertainers, maybe music artists, so that they can attract people? Maybe live performances. Is that also something that you are toying with, that idea?
All these are part of our plans. They are already in our business plan, in our objectives.